On the Huawei story, we have warned them for quite some time, violating the Iranian sanctions. I don't know every detail of this story, but as I understand it, we did ask the Canadian government to do this, and they have been very cooperative. We appreciate that very much. And look, we have these sanctions on Iran that runs against our policy. Why shouldn't we enforce that? I don't know, by the way, that necessarily spills over into the trade talks. To be honest with you, at the moment, I rather doubt it. We can get to the trade talks in a moment. But in terms of the profits of these companies, Jimmy, national security always takes precedence, and I think this is a clear example of it.
All right, well, Larry, it's David. Let's get to the trade talks. I guess, A, why don't you think it may not spill over into the trade talks, that being the arrest of the Huawei executive?
Well, look, I think it's a separate track, number one. As again, I've said, we've warned them. This kind of goes to a lot of technical issues, or shall I say technology-related issues. We would like China's cooperation. You can't break the law. If you break the American law, you break the Canadian law, you got to pay the consequences of that. That was the case with other companies and will continue to be the case. These are issues of national security. But look, the bigger picture here is extremely promising. That's the point I want to make. I tend to be on the optimistic side of the story. I was there. I heard the chemistry. I saw the chemistry between President Trump and President Xi. Perhaps as important or more so, the documents back and forth, the cables back and forth. We've been working on them for several weeks. It looks to me like we will accomplish quite a bit. Now, before I run away with optimism, I want to tell you, trust but verify. I mean, I was on the phone with Ambassador Lighthizer just a few moments ago, and he reiterated to me, all this has to be monitored, all this has to be clearly enforced. Promises made have to be promises kept. So I don't want to go too far, but I would say, given the China announcements of the last couple of days, I believe those were Wednesday and Thursday, that talked about immediate movement, certainly in the commodities area, energy, agriculture, industry, and also perhaps the car tariffs, which I think will come down rapidly, and then their willingness to discuss the main issues, I think the most important family jewel issues for the USA, and that is IP theft, forced technology transfers, cyber hacking, cyber theft going into commercial companies. Those are the key issues. Now, they have a willingness to talk. That was in the cables and the notes we have. We'll see. And, of course, it all has to be verified. So, color me optimistic.